How's it going, guys? This is Ketchup here once again, bringing you a new set of videos. We haven't done these before, but it's mainly spawned from the fact that when we do a ranked match video or a set of ranked match videos with a new character, quite often we get asked to do a guide for those characters, even though we're brand new. So we don't feel like that we can give you a full-on tutorial like the Quan Chi videos that I've been producing. However, what I do think we can do is a set of sort of beginner what to do with certain variations kind of thing. You know, like this video here. So, long story short, when I started playing Ronin Takeda, I really didn't know what I was doing at all, and I didn't know what a good starting point would be. So I went on Test Your Might. The Ronin players on there helped me out massively. They pointed me in the right direction for the things that I should be doing, the general areas I should be looking into, and generally what the variation is all about. I thought if I could do videos for this kind of thing, you guys can watch these videos and then get stuck in, instantly knowing what kind of areas you guys need to look into when using specific variations, like War God Kotal Khan, Ronin Takeda, Balance Kenshi, whatever, all those kind of things. So consider this Ronin Takeda video the first one of those, and if you guys like it, please let us know. To get started, Ronin Takeda isn't really a combo character as such. He's about maintaining and putting in pressure with the blade on the floor and the recall, or the quick call. So first of all, we're going to quickly go into his strings. He gets back 112, which is a launcher, combos into other things like this. So back 112, launches. You can combo into a lot of these other things that work, and that's pretty good by itself, but you're not going to use it all that much. It's going to be a meterless punish more than anything else. You also get the 2-1, two mids that have really good range on them, and they can be special cancelled. So you're mainly going to sort of poke at people with these. So 2-1 into projectile is really good because it's safe on block, and obviously on hit bags 14% damage. It's got really good range, so you're not really at much risk kind of poking at someone with this. And obviously this combos into his blade down. He gets the uppercut as well. He also gets the back 2-1. This is pretty much the main string he gets in Ronin. Back 2-1, which is overhead low, and then you can do back 2-1, 2-4. Sorry, back 2-1 and then 2-4 together. And that's a 3-hit string. The third hit knocks the opponent in the air. Once again, can be special cancelled into anything, like so. That's kind of the start of it. The strings are really useful, but not by themselves. I'll go into as to why in just a second. Special move wise, he gets the down forward 1. It does good damage by itself, but the meter burn version has armor. This is quite useful because it's a quick startup and it's an armored reversal. It's unsafe on block and only does 11% damage, but it is a fast option if you don't want to get constantly blown up by rapid hitting armor breaking specials. So this is quite a good option to go to if you want to kind of defend yourself, other than just using something like this, which as you can see takes a bit longer to start up. He also gets the down forward 3, which is a straight projectile. Meter burn version has a really weird looking hitbox on it. Actually crushes projectiles as well, similar to Sub-Zero's meter burn ice ball. And that's not much to say there. I mean, Takeda gets a projectile in this variation, so it's pretty cool. He also gets a reflect. That's a basic reflect. That reflects any projectile, and that's fairly simple. The big special move he gets in this variation is he can throw his blade on the floor. You can throw it towards or away, so do down back 1. Sorry, yeah, down back 1. And then hold it towards you, throw it close to you, and then hold away if you want to throw it, in that direction, or just do it by itself at that mid-range. And then what you can do when the blade's on the floor is down back 1 once again, cools the blade in the air, 3 hits really quickly, and it is a low. Or you can do down forward 1, which is the quick call. It instantly appears back on Takeda's arm, and you can use it once again. The reason you need to use this quite a lot is because when this is on the floor, you actually can't use your Ronin-based special moves until it's back in your possession. So you've got to be quite careful when this is on the floor, because you can't use your projectile, you can't use your uppercut, you can't use your combo strings that involve it. You're pretty much down to variationist Takeda at this point until you get the blade back. That's the starting point. This is where things are going to get a little bit tricky, so try and stay with me here. I'm going to try and keep it as simple as I can, but long story short, you're going to be doing a lot of cancels involving his quick call. The reason you're going to be doing this is because Ronin is all about maintaining and putting on pressure while this is on the ground, and really making the opponent scared to press buttons. And when they try and press buttons, reading those reversals and going for the quick call into pressure or going for the blade recall. I want to kind of really demonstrate how this works. If I set into automatic, or always automatic block, let's do automatic first of all. So before I go into anything, if you throw the blade on the floor, down back 1, meter burn pops them up into the air, which allows for a combo follow-up like that. That's a big deal because that's going to be basically the base of your damage. You're going to be doing combo strings into the cool, meter burn cool, neutral jump punch, 2-1, uppercut. That does good damage by itself. The main ender you're going to be using is the back forward 2, because that gives a hard knockdown. So your general BNB will be something like, oops, back 2-1, blade, quick call, 2-1, hard knockdown. This gives hard knockdown and it lets you apply your pressure, which is something like this. That's the kind of thing you're going to be doing. I'm going to turn them off reversal because I'll pretty much teach you how to beat that in just a second. But in terms of pressure, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be having the blade on the ground and then cancelling in basically all of your combo strings into the quick cool like this. I'm going to turn them onto block always just to quickly demonstrate this. So while the blade's on the ground, you're going to be doing, yeah, there we go. So when the blade's on the floor, all your combo strings are going to kind of cancel into the quick call, which is down forward 1. So you do something like forward 1, 2, 4, and then quick call, and then going for your pressure once again. Because when you cancel a string or a normal on block into the quick call, it becomes more plus on block than it should be normally. Long story short, it means that I can move before the opponent can. So if I do something like forward 1, 2 and then cancel this, I can then go in for more pressure, and if he tries to press a button there, most of the time he's going to get beat out by the string that I'm going to be doing. So in terms of putting on pressure, the blade's going to be on the ground and you're going to be doing combo strings into cool, and then you're going to be going into combo strings once again and then reading whether he's going to armored reversal you. So in terms of block strings, you can do something like forward 1, 2, 4, quick call, back 2, 1, you know, things like that, because in this block string right here will be the entire thing, and then overhead low, and then that's, you know, going to be hard for them to block, and it resets the situation. It does chip damage, builds meter for you, and what you're going to be doing is you're throwing out this kind of hard to block situation. So if I turn him onto automatic block now, let's say that I've just landed a B&B and I think he's on, yeah, reversal mode off. Cool. So I'm going to land a B&B here, just a generic combo. Go for a hard knockdown, throw the blade on the floor, and then go in for my pressure, and then throw in more mix-ups, like so. Things like that. So it's kind of tricky. You're going to be pressing quite a lot of buttons, but trust me, if you get the muscle memory for it, it's not really that hard. I've not been playing this character for very long, and I'm kind of getting the gist of it right now. So it's going to be sort of landing a hit on the opponent, knocking him on the floor. So if I land a B&B here, knock him on the ground, go into hard knockdown, blade on the floor, apply mix-ups, stagger the string, go for it, you know, etc, etc, throw it on the floor. If he's scared to press buttons, you can kind of really sort of stagger these, and then keep the pressure on the go, you know, do this kind of stuff. If he's scared to press buttons, you can get a lot of block damage, a lot of threat here, and the second he starts trying to press buttons, this is where the reversals come into play. So as you saw when I very first did this, he was able to rising karma me because I kind of staggered the string and went straight back into itself. This actually isn't a particularly big deal. If I go on block always and turn his reversal mode on, he's going to be blocking now, and any gap he's now going to do this on. He's going to armored reversal me every time. So what you're going to be doing here, because this hits multiple times, this armor breaks on hit. So what's going to be going on is, if I do a string and I read the fact that he's going to try an armored reversal, I can do my block string into this and then call it back. Because it hits multiple times, it will armor break and knock him on the floor. So if I read that I'm going to do, let's say I'm going to do forward 1, 2, 2, 4, and I'm only going to do the first hit, and then cancel it into sword, quick call. If I think he's going to try an armored reversal, I'm going to do this string, call it back, and that armor breaks, it hits multiple times. Knocks him on the floor, he's lost his bar, he's been hit anyway, and he's still on the floor. So I can knock him on the floor, call this, armor break, here we go again, and then here comes the pressure, etc. You know, things like that. So it's not the be all end all. Some reversals will beat you out because they're just really quick, like Tempest allows spin, for example. You've got to be really quick to beat that. But most reversals, you can kind of put the blade on the floor and then combo it. So most of the time, this will armor break the opponent's hits multiple times. Knock them on the floor. But you've got to do it close, otherwise it will whiff. That's one of the things you've got to get used to, throwing the blade close on the ground. And then call it back, knocks it on the floor again, and then you can start doing whatever you want, bait the reversal, and then punish it accordingly. Because obviously you can always throw it on the ground and bait as well. So if I think he's going to do a reversal, you can do, you know, throw the blade on the floor, and then block the reversal, and then go in and punish. And then you can start, you know, put your mix-ups on again, whatever. That's obviously not pressure, but you get the idea. So that's one of the things you can do here. So armor breaks, it applies good pressure, and you're going to be utilizing the plus frames. So long story short, that's kind of the starting point. You're going to be sort of, if you're at this range, poke at the opponent with good projectiles here. I'm going to turn them off reversal real quick. Turn the reversal off. You're going to be poking at him with these kind of like, you know, projectiles from far away. You've got to reflect if you need it. But what you're mainly going to be doing is you're going to be poking and putting yourself in situations where you can get the blade on the floor and then start applying your own mix-ups here. Staggering the string, you know, quick call, going for pressure here, read the armor or whatever. Or you can just do things like put the blade on the floor, go for the pressure, go in once again, you know, go into a projectile. If he gets hit by it, you're safe on block. There's a good amount of pushback here. As you can see, I'm still kind of in this footsie range where I can poke it in with 2-1. You know, I can go for an entire sequence here, throw the blade on the floor, quick call, you know, or whatever. It's kind of like the whole point is you're going to be cancelling almost everything on block at different points into the quick call to apply the plus frames and the pressure. You can convert off these. I can't really demonstrate it, unfortunately, because we're in training mode. I can't get the opponent to get hit by specific parts of these strings, but you guys get the idea of applying the pressure. It's going to be having the blade on the floor, stagger your strings, go for the quick call, overhead low, you know, and then you can start putting your pressure on once again. If they start trying to armor out all the time, you're going to be sort of comboing into this up close a lot more because they're going to be armoring out. If all they do is try and jump and armor or press buttons, you can kind of throw this on the floor and then go for your own pressure. Press a button here, sometimes they can get hit. So generally, like, if all you're going to be doing is spending the entire time trying to condition the opponent to pressing buttons, the second they start trying to press buttons, they eat a callback. You know, obviously if I read that he's going to do an armored reversal and I meter burn call it, let's say this guy does nothing but try and reversal me. I'm going to combo into this and then meter burn it. So if I do meter burn, do the close one if I'm not really bad, and then it knocks him in the air and you can combo off it. I didn't know, obviously, because I didn't get the NJP or whatever, but you guys get the idea. Hopefully this didn't go on for too long, but I really want to do a kind of casual, unofficial rundown of a character. If you guys found this really important or really useful, just let me know. But that's kind of the general basics of starting with Ronin Takeda. That's the kind of thing that you're going to be implementing. I can't really teach you much else at this point. It's mainly going to be fighting human opponents and seeing for yourself. But it is what it is. Hopefully you guys liked that. If you want more, please let us know. I am Ketchup, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.